don't be fooled by the Musk, Mr. Musk. He is the true Musk, you know, he's a master manipulator, this guy is just a wolf in sheep's clothes, basically. This is Sygula from TruthTheory.com and welcome to another vlog. So today I want to share with you just some thoughts and my perspective on the current situation and some of the reasons why Musk is acquiring Twitter, some of my theories and some of my ideas why I think he's buying Twitter, not the official story, you know, because it's rarely true what's the official story. And before we're gonna start, please go to patreon.com/TruthTheory and become a supporter so we can create more content, because you know, these videos can be only created thanks to help of people such as yourself. So check out what's going on Patreon, patreon.com/TruthTheory. And now let's get to the topic. So you know, Musk is acquiring Twitter, and he says that, you know, Twitter is not living to its potential as a platform for free speech. That sounds like the biggest BS ever. Of course, he doesn't have anything better to do than just, you know, take over a platform that doesn't even generate a lot of money and spend whatever 44 billion to acquire a shitty business, right? Twitter is a shitty business, doesn't generate revenues. It had problems with finding ways to monetize. However, one very, very important thing about Twitter and similar platforms is that it has enormous marketing potential, and Musk knows exactly how to use it. So, you know, he has over 80 million followers on Twitter, and whenever he tweeted something about, for example, Tesla, the share price would go up or down significantly. Whenever he would tweet something about cryptocurrencies, the crypto price would go up and down. Okay, so let me just read this to you. Tesla CEO Elon Musk's influence on the crypto market through his countless tweets has been unbelievable. Musk has often tweeted about Bitcoin and Dogecoin, resulting in soaring and falling price actions. At the start of 2021, Musk changed his Twitter bio to #Bitcoin, resulting in Bitcoin seeing a spike of 20%. So this is the true potential of this platform, right? Especially for someone like him. Trump was another one who was utilizing Twitter a lot. So imagine now he has, I don't know, this is just a theory, I don't really know how much money he has in crypto, but let's say he has a couple of billions of dollars and he tweets something and the price goes 20% up, right? That's a really good way to manipulate markets and make more money, right? If he is the guy responsible now or running the whole company, at least having an influence, right? He can use it to his advantage in all sorts of ways, right? So for example, they can promote certain topics, hide other topics, promote certain views, hide other views. This has been happening on social media a lot. Social media can be manipulated in all sorts of ways, and that's gonna just make him more and more money. So in my view, this is one of the reasons, one of the main reasons why he is really buying Twitter, not because he is interested in free speech. This is just a, you know, marketing PR thing for the masses. The true reasons are obviously to make him more money, right? And I know there are so many people who think he's a nice guy, you know, hero, whatever, but this couldn't be farther from the truth. No one gets to the top in such a short period of time by being a nice person. If you, for example, read his biography written by Ashley Vance that she wrote kind of independently, because she interviewed several, or I don't remember how many, but quite a lot of different people who are in his circles, to try to get more accurate image of who he is. And he wanted to sue her for, you know, before she published, because he wanted to edit, review, you know, do some fact checking, right? Someone like him is basically just an absolute psychopath who will try to get to the top by any means necessary, and everything is either a tool to get him to the top or is preventing him from getting to the top and has to be eliminated. And this can be seen in many cases. So the image he creates is just a marketing tactic, it's just a PR thing. You know, if he plays this nice guy who is awkward, you know, a little bit, who is this genius dude that is cool, he's talking about free speech, he's like trolling people, and this helps him in selling shares of his companies. People want to buy his shares, people want to buy his products, right? Imagine someone like Trump, half of the people hate Trump. Who would want to buy product from Trump if, let's say, half of those people who hate him, right? But if you have someone that created this great image, that's the power he has, right? This allows him to be so successful because, you know, whatever he does, whatever he's touching, whatever he promotes, people want to either buy, share, talk about him in a nice way. Image is insanely important in his success, and he is the master of creating that image. He is one of the top people, in my opinion, who created this fake persona. But actually, if you really study him, he's complete opposite. He's a ruthless businessman who basically just tries to get to the top by any means necessary. And most of these people who are billionaires are like that. None of them ever became successful because they were nice people who treated others humanely and all these kind of things. That's never the case. So just to give you an idea, that kind of reveals his personality, his true personality, right? In the biography, they talk about his secretary or assistant, Mary Beth Brown, who worked for him for something like 12 years. And I would rather trust the author, Ashley Vance, because she tried to gather information for this biography from various sources to get more accurate perspective. And he was threatening to sue her. So, you know, obviously he wanted to have a control on the image and information. So I would rather listen to her than to him. He was kind of denying some of these claims or whatever. But basically what happened was that supposedly there was this assistant who worked for him for 12 years, and she was apparently like helping with two companies, SpaceX and Tesla, doing everything, you know, like for 12 years, right? Bringing ice cream, juggling babysitters, you know, everything, right? And one day she asked for a pay rise, and he said something like this, you know, go on holidays for 2 weeks. If I feel like I don't need you during this period, I'll fire you. If I feel like I needed you, then you will get your salary increase. So this is more or less, I'm paraphrasing, but basically she went on holidays, she came back, and he fired her. And in the book they talk about how it created a shockwave around both companies. How could he be so ruthless? How could he just treat her like that? And this is one of many cases, many examples that come out. And obviously he's always like trying to deny, suppress, that maybe it wasn't exactly like that, blah, blah, blah. But there are many cases, you know, when people were saying things as they are, you know, they just say they treat their workers well, the people say complete opposite. So, you know, don't be fooled by the Musk, Mr. Musk. He is the true Musk, you know, he's a master manipulator, this guy is just a wolf in sheep's clothes, basically. And now, the most important thing, he has been developing this startup, he works on a startup called Neuralink. I don't know if you know anything about it, I've made a bunch of videos already about it. They basically are developing a microchip that's gonna be installed in your brain, in your skull, with electrodes wired to your brain. And the idea is that you're gonna be able to connect to computers, internet, AI, and do a lot of work that we do online with your mind only. And in my opinion, this is one of the most dangerous things ever. We just become drones, we become hackable. There are so many repercussions, negative repercussions to this scenario, and he is working on it. He is trying to implement that. He's building a network of satellites, you know, that's gonna link everyone and all of us together. This is the worst possible thing. Imagine, just like think about it for a second. Such a device, you are having a company that has access to all your thinking patterns, knows everything about you, everything you ever think. In the further versions, potentially could maybe block things, you know, so you don't see them. Imagine a government takes hands on that. Every person has it, you know, they decide, oh, we're just gonna remove that thought pattern. Someone thinks something wrong about Chinese government, we know who that was. This is one of the most dangerous things possible. And you know, they keep advertising it as you're gonna be able to stream music directly to your brain, and the people will align one by one, just waiting to get their microchip installed. So this is one of the big things that he's working on, and this is what he will try to push through Twitter, through other means. And obviously they try to push it as something positive, that's going to be helping people, blah, blah, blah. But actually this is one of the most dangerous devices ever. You know, full control over population, basically. And I made some videos, so have a look at other videos where I explain it in detail, and let me know what you think about it. This is my perspective on the situation. Check out patreon.com/TruthTheory and become a supporter so we can create more content. And thanks for checking this vlog, and until next time.